Alright, so this is what we were discussing yesterday, that this is a stage wherein lot of IPO boom would be there. There would be logical theme stocks rising in group. So example of it, like wherever the word green comes, ology comes, or any particular person, let's say Anil Ambani. Already we are seeing this, that all the companies of, sorry, not Anil, Adani. All the companies of Adani are being targeted, and there's a massive rise in the last 2 years, and this is going to continue. So this is just the beginning. There will be lot of such combinations that will be seen. Right now there is only one that we are able to see. So the next 3 years, all these stories going to get unfolded. So everything is going to come to you like a flashback. Yes, these are all the points that we had discussed, and they're all coming one by one. Remember, I had discussed about a company called as TRIL. I told you that it is very good from 2 years perspective, and luckily the price is doing good. So TRL was recommended at 54, I think a week back, not even a week back, right? The price is already up nearly 20%. So what you get in bank in 2 years, you may have got here only 5 days. But still it has got a long way to go, not the time to book profits. Alright, let us get back to the content. All the stock market analysts, experts are giving ambitious target on indices. When you open television channels, and you will see that what I'm anticipating 35,000 Nifty, they would be screaming at the top stating 50,000, 60,000, 70,000. So such kind of cosmic targets which come is a clear indication that they are all dragging the public one way into the market. And I told you very clearly, when the public is on, you got to take away the path. Just exit slowly, gradually, and divert your funds into gold and silver. Unprecedented news flow regarding the economy, creating world records like India will become superpower, GDP hitting double digit numbers. See, this is what we want. Euphoria means what? Extreme excitement. Extreme good news, we would say. Euphoria is nothing but an extreme excitement or extreme good news. So everything looks very, very bright here. The picture looks very bright, and there's hardly any uncertainty found. And there, if you anticipate that things are going to get bad or the economy is going to go reverse, it would not look right to yourself. Forget others. You yourself would feel that everything looks very good. How could I say this? But this is the reality of the market. When there is extreme good news, only is the right point for us to exit. We are getting the best price. Think in that way. Who the hell would be selling in that extreme good news? Think in that way. Those 10% people who are selling, they are more intelligent than us. Follow them, not your heart. Always listen to your mind when you are into the market. Never listen to your heart. And this all, at any point of time, you'll see that they'll contradict. Your heart will give one signal, your mind will give one signal. Because it is very easy to say, na, exit, and all. But you know how difficult it would be. Let's say that you have started with 1 lakh. Tomorrow it becomes 1 lakh 1,000. Day after 1 lakh 2,000. Then 1 lakh 3,000. Your heart will say that let us stay for more time. Let us stay for more time. And you keep on doing it. Maybe 1 lakh 10,000, 11,000, 15,000, 20,000. Then dhadam, directly to 60,000. So don't listen to your heart. Listen to your mind. If at all you do not have control, exit little bit by little bit, if not at once. I told you, exiting, just like how you are doing SIP, there is SWP also. So old age people do SWP, we do SIP. Even we who are doing SIP, maybe eventually in future, we will be doing SWP. What is SWP? Systematic withdrawal plan. So you may not have heard about it, but this is more popular than even SIP in America because there the old age population is higher than young generation, and we would also be doing it in case we are beginning with SIP in our young age. So during this time, if you are not getting convinced with the fall, I would say that exit part by part, 1% a day, 2% a day, or say 2% a week, something like that, and put that funds into gold and silver. Gold and silver would not look good investment that time when that market is so excited. But I told you, listen to your mind only. Give some time. You will be proven that your mind is right, your heart is wrong. Metals, industry commodities, crude are making new highs because of the huge demand in factories. All the investors and mutual funds talk about how much profit they have made and explain how much stock would have given you returns had you invested few years back. See, business papers like Economic Times, Business Standard, Mint, they always talk about economy only. But non-economy newspaper, the general newspapers like Deccan Chronicle, Times of India, Sakshi, such kind of newspapers, in the cover page you are finding anything relevant to the good news of the economy, that our country is hitting a double-digit GDP, we have become the third largest economy in the world, the per capita income has become so much, the tax collection has become so high. So all these news relevant to the economy, if they are flowing one by one, it means that we are into this stage. We have to fasten our seat belts and get ready for the biggest turmoil that we would be able to see in our life. That thing is going to come soon. May take few weeks, may take few months, may take a year also. So we have to slowly and gradually, systematic way, keep on exiting before it is too late. The newspapers will be flooded with ads relevant to IPO, relevant to new mutual fund offering. Biggest of the biggest mutual fund like the names of Tata, Kotak and all that, they will also be trying to drag you because that is a good time for them to show the performance. Na? That performance they'll show and they'll lure you with the money, and a lot of investors would also come, but they only realize it later that they have entered at the wrong time. All the social events like wedding is full of stock market tips and ambitious target on them. You may see that even your friend who has entered into the market recently is also recommending you stocks. Some WhatsApp forwards, Telegram, lot of excitement seen everywhere. So these things all will lead to extreme euphoria, the last stage of euphoria. There is a polarization on people view. All are on one side. No one looks at the fundamentals but just the names of the company and their prices, and prices rises too. Like say example, all the Adani stocks are rising. You won't read the fundamental. You say that see Adani group is rising, I want to buy, that's all. So like that people will get excited to buy. That is how they attract the suckers. I would say the fraudsters and the suckers will attract you in this way. They'll create such kind of attraction, where you cannot resist yourself. Every day rising by 2-3%, every day rising by 2-3%, but when they will trap you, you will never know. You will never know. And when they start falling, there will not be any buyers for you to sell the shares. See, stock market is playing with fire, guys. This is literally playing with fire. That is the amount of risk involved. I've got lot of NRI students who are my DMAT clients. Lot of NRIs. 15-20 NRIs are there who invest heavily. At least in this 15, 10 of them have asked me, I would want to invest in US markets. Since 2 years they have been saying me this. I only told them one thing. See, this is the time to bet on India. Why do you want to invest in US? They say, no, India is all fraud, 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 fraud. I say, we will invest in quality companies. In America, we don't get to see such kind of frauds and all. I say, you are basically an Indian and you are talking in favor of America. Okay, no doubt, you may be talking reality. But if you have right knowledge and all, then betting on India would do. Most of them got convinced with the I advised them to get trained before they would want to invest. Post training, 2-3 people left over The rest of them all got convinced and they are only investing in India. In the last 6 months, I've got several messages from these guys, two, three guys who did not listen to me. Sir, I'm holding Google, I'm holding Microsoft, I'm holding Metaverse, I'm holding Alphabet, that is parent company of Google, I'm holding Uber Technologies, I'm holding Netflix, I'm holding Tesla. Check the charts of all the stocks, what I've told you now. They are down between 30% to 70%. Big of the big names. And check our company's chart. This is where you will know that India is at a growth stage and America is under saturation. Yes, I agree to a point. There the frauds are less compared to India. But the growth is also less. What to do with that? That is why it's always advisable to invest where the country is likely to experience extreme growth. There is a polarization of few series of tips in social media networking. All of them are on the buy side. You'll see a polarization. Everyone is talking about buy. Your WhatsApp messages flooded with buy this, buy that. Your Telegram flooded with buy this, buy that. And lot of subscribers in the YouTube channels for the stock market experts. And actively people are watching the videos and buying the stocks accordingly. No one is talking about correction. And if you say that you are expecting a correction, people might laugh at you. 8 to 10 members group, they are all excited talking about how much gains they have made in the stock market in a wedding event, and suddenly in the group you start saying that Anna, it is better to exit, don't invest in market. They will laugh at you, literally, because that time the economy is such kind of in such a position that it doesn't look like the economy will go turmoil. Doesn't look so. It will happen with me also. My heart would be saying no, stay, but I have to listen to my mind. I'm mentally prepared. Once beaten, twice shy. I've got a big beating in the previous decade. I do not want to repeat that mistake this time. So you are like that, you don't have to experience that big fall. I'm telling you beforehand what may happen. So maybe without paying money, you are getting an experience. I paid money to the market to gain that experience. Your heart will say this time the cycle is different. Definitely, I'm telling you, your heart would say that, sir, is wrong. India is going to continuously grow. There is no stop. That kind of feeling you will get. I'm telling you right now, you would feel that I am wrong. This time it is different. The market cycle is going to change. It is going to stretch. Such kind of words will come from your heart. I don't know how you are going to control it, but that's how it is going to be. Lalach, they say, the greed is there among everyone. Let's say that I throw a bundle of 500 notes on the roadside. You will try your best to collect as many notes as possible. But at any point, police may come. You know that. If he comes, then whatever you have collected is all gone. But still, you'll see that, okay, one more minute, one more minute, one more minute. The more greedy you become, the more riskier you are getting. Understand this point. That is how I can explain the euphoria stage. Listen to your mind, never to your heart. In this phase, keep exiting stocks in a periodic interval and within 3 to 6 months exit fully. So just write down an important point here. Even if it is mutual fund, you have to do this. Equity mutual fund. I'll tell you why gold and silver again. Okay. I have to make a call. Just give me a minute of time. Meanwhile, note it down. So it's not divert, it's divert the funds slowly to gold and silver. Look at some of the big names. Amazon down 35% in 1 year. It had gone even till 186. Today it is at triple one. But one company which I personally like, I should say, in case you want to invest into US stock market, I would be investing into Uber. It is already down 50%. It had gone till high of 60. From 60 it is down to 28. So more than 50% fall already. Because this is a business where the cash flows are getting stronger and stronger. So in case you are looking for investment into American market, just wait till another 3-4 months, where I'm expecting a small correction by March. Then definitely you may invest. But if you ask me priority, I don't invest in US market. I would not invest it. I first want to experience the full growth of India, then we will see. But some people like those who are already holding dollars, there are NRIs who, there are two types of NRI accounts. One is double taxation, one is single taxation. So if they have already stayed in America for a long time, they are buying only US based stocks, then they do not have to pay to India. But if they are making money out of India, there is other NRI account. If they are making profit from India, they have to pay money to India as well as America, double taxation. Then for them, obviously, I would recommend to buy US based stocks only because they have already fallen a lot. WhatsApp is a, see, why I'm recommending again Facebook Meta. One is it is already down by 70%. Meta means Facebook and Facebook means your WhatsApp, Instagram, everything. Huh? Both are same. So one is it is already down by 71% in just last 10 months, and they have invested heavily in metaverse, which is going to be the future. 3D internet technology. What is this business? Just to give you a glimpse. Let's say you are watching the match from the crowd in stadium, but you don't enjoy the view, right? You are enjoying the crowd. That's why people go to stadium. But the view is best in television because you get a close-up view. But imagine if I give you a crowd kind of feeling and a view kind of TV, both. That is possible in metaverse. In metaverse, you won't get 2D picture, you'll get 3D picture. So whatever is the setup in the stadium live, that is going to get relayed in a control room. Control room is full with screen, up, down, all 360 degree screen. So when you just look around, you'll feel that you are in the center of the match. You are besides the wicket keeper. From that angle, you will be able to enjoy the view of the market. You are at an angle of say wicket keeper or say umpire. You can choose your own angle, and you will experience that the match. You are there within that match. You are a part of the team. So that is going to be an amazing technology, and Facebook has invested heavily in it. So if you are planning to buy US stock, then this is one stock. Second is Uber. Third is Google. Google has become part of everyone's life. Amazon. Amazon is doing 35 lakh crore every year sales. They used to burn cash to get heavy discounts to the customers. Now without giving any discounts, that means they are not selling the products in loss. They are able to generate revenue. And then you could invest in Apple. Apple cash flows are again very, very strong. These are some of the quality stocks that you can hold where you can just buy and forget. 5% dollar gets appreciated every year. So that 5% return is there to you anyway. Over that you get dividends. That is again a bonus. And then whatever the rise in the price that we are buying, it already cheaper. So you may have triple type of gains in it. But when I compare with India, now these companies to become double will take a lot of time. India, it can happen quickly. So people staying within India, paying tax only in India, then definitely there's no look up into US stocks at all, at least at this stage. But you are planning to work in abroad, or you already have your friend brother staying in abroad, and he says that Anasi, I want to invest in India, but I cannot because I cannot pay double tax. And obviously, logically, there's no point in paying double tax after earning. Half of the money goes only in tax. We find it difficult to pay tax only to a single country what we would pay for two countries. So they may want to invest only in America, then you can suggest these stocks. They are at a good point. Wait for 3-4 months, they may get little bit more cheaper because see the fall is getting brutal. Single day it is down 25%. Facebook. See, WhatsApp is a monopoly. There is no other app like WhatsApp. Even forget Meta business at all. If he just has a monopoly of WhatsApp where 300 crore people are using it. You know, WhatsApp is not yet revenue, has not yet started making revenue. These all revenues from Facebook only, Instagram and Facebook. This is all in US dollars. So that's an amazing revenue. But the moment he starts displaying ads in WhatsApp, his revenue will multiply. Okay. So Giphy, WhatsApp, Novi Financial, there are so many subsidiaries he has got. He has invested in a lot of startups also. Okay, if you do little research, you'll get all the list of the company. There are more than this. Okay, here we can see. These are all their companies. So you're not getting one company, you're getting all this bunch of companies in metaverse. All where it is run by Mark Zuckerberg. These are all collectively together is creating a metaverse environment. You want to go to America, but you cannot afford a trip. So what you can do? With the metaverse, you go into a studio room and whatever is happening, let's say I want to visit Paris, but I can't afford to go to Paris. I want to see Eiffel Tower from the top. First of all, even if I go there, I cannot have that view, but through metaverse, I can definitely have it. You must have experienced the augmented reality gaming, right? Metaverse is a kind of, we can say. This is a real world, that's a virtual world. That's the only difference. I want to experience how the life is on the moon, live. Whatever is happening there, I want to see it live from an angle that I am on the moon, possible through metaverse. The main application of this is going to be in education. Like say we are learning about biology, we see how the heart is pumping, but you want to see it after bisecting it. So to school children, we cannot bring a dead body and open that and show it, right? But through metaverse, you'll feel that you are in a operational room. The doctor is cutting the body and is able to take out the heart. He's operating it. All this you'll be able to know as though you are doing it by yourself. So it enables 100% practical oriented approach, better learning, effective, and then they will be industry ready when they are opting for job. So you are getting a real picture view. So right from Apple, A for Apple, they literally bring an apple, a virtual apple, which looks like a real in front of you. They show you all the varieties. See, these are all this is the Shimla apple, this is the Washington apple, this is the Kashmir apple. What is the difference in them? How do you spot the best apple? That ground level training would happen. Chemistry lab, you don't require equipments. So this can be a game changer. Our next generation are going to just enjoy learning. Right now the school children education is burden. It is going to become excitement very soon. That time we will regret. Had life been like this for us, it would have been really good. But anyway, at least we can invest in such kind of stocks and regret less at least. Okay. The crash finally comes in. So whatever that we were, our heart mind was saying that okay, time to exit, and heart was giving a contradictory signals. Time has come wherein you will be able to judge who is right. So you'll see that you should have listened to your mind. The stock market plunges nearly 70% in 6 months. Like you have seen for the Facebook, see, this is the pattern that you're going to experience even that time. You will see that in the 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, the market would have fallen down to 70% like this. Some stocks would fall down more than 90%, believe it or not. The crash finally comes in, stock market plunges nearly 70% in 6 months. The market rises again as the earnings are still intact, but understand that market factors in advance the earnings in the next few years, so don't get trapped, remain exited. The bounce back traps all the new investors, indicating it is okay and creating an illusion that the crash is not yet come. But wait for a few months, market will start sliding again, and this time only God can save the market. Severe crash can be expected. This is the last opportunity for the investors to exit or face mayhem. See here. I told you that the trap, the biggest trap that I experienced was here. Till here, I managed with little bit of losses. I should have exited here, but I took capital from others. In fact, that means I came into debt, I took loan from others, and then I invested more so that I wanted this kind of growth what I already had, thinking that now this will become like this. Lack of knowledge 2017. But what happened? Wherever that I invested, that was again the top. Then this actually hit me badly. Somewhere here only I exited totally because I did not have money at all then. Later I at least was thankful that had I waited till here, maybe I would have had to sell property to clear my debts. So in fact I was thankful that okay, whatever has happened, it is a big learning for me. Onwards I should not be making that mistake. And it is only knowledge which could save. So one thing that I realized strongly, and then I enjoyed also, I read a lot of books, then watched a lot of videos. Those all things are actually helped me and made me more knowledgeable and wise. Otherwise in market 30 40 years you need to spend to become wiser. We did not know how the market reacted in Harshad Mehta scam. So that some kind of scam will come again. How will you know what you have to do? So you should be experiencing all this. Big falls also you should experience, euphoria also you should experience. I have experienced both. I have experienced this entire cycle. This is a second cycle that I am going to experience now. So a lot of time, lot of patience that I have already had it. Let's see if how much of reward it gives. During the ending phase of maturity, the start of euphoria, maximum returns can be made. Example from 2003 to 2008, Nifty rose by nearly 5 times, but several times 5 to 7 market 5 to 7 times market fell sharply 5 to 20% and had strong V-shaped recoveries. Remain invested and don't get panic only after a big rise of suddenly, let us say 30-40% within 3 to 6 months with no major fall in this period, get out of the market. So now good time to exit. Note it down. Very important point in double quotes. The perfect time to have exited fully is when you see the sudden rise in index, sudden sharp rise. Very important code, very important one. These two lines is going to save your entire portfolio, and it will make sure that you are exiting at the right time. See, we should not want to exit early also because that euphoria is where the maximum money is printed. So you want to stay with euphoria for a good number of time. At least 80% of the euphoria we should experience. Then only that maximum growth in the portfolio would come. The target to make 30% will become 50%, 70% also. So we should not miss that golden period which comes once in 2 decades. So don't exit early also. The best time to exit would be when you see a sudden sharp rise in the index within a shortest time period. That means in 2 months, sir, I'll tell you how the pattern will be. First note it down. Okay, let me show you how the chart pattern would be during the extreme stage of euphoria and when you should be exiting. So this is what would happen. Market would rise, there will be dips, there will be rise, there will be dips, there will be rise. Like this, it rises slowly, 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 slowly. Then suddenly there will be a big rise. See, look at this inclination. From here till here, it is like 45 degree, but here to here, it is like 70 degrees. I can say very very important. The degree word is very important here, guys. Every letter, every word that I am saying should be getting printed in your mind forever till your last breath. The market was rising in 45 degree. The market was still rising in 45 degree. Suddenly in a very short time the markets have risen by 70 degrees. In 1, 2, 3 months the entire game is going to get over. The moment you see that, okay sir, this line is getting sharper in short term, as you said, we are rising with the full speed, get ready for the accident. Severe accident is going to happen in the market. Better you get out of this vehicle as early as possible. So I'm not telling you to exit here. I'm not telling you to exit here. I'm not telling you to exit here. I'm telling you, when you see this line, okay, at least this much you have seen, exit here or exit here. Let this last part of the growth not experience it, forget it. Yeah. Vehicle is moving with 200 kilometers of speed. It may go to 220, it may go to 240, it may go to 300 also, but accident is for sure going to happen and it is going to break to zero. Speed is going to become zero, the vehicle is going to crash. This much we know. So the moment you see like this sharp inclination for 1 month, sir, as you said, there has been a sudden rise, the degree is increasing, the line is all getting tilted upwards. You should be telling me, sir, time to exit for the market has come. I would just love to hear that. Then only I say that my efforts of training is giving me now the results. Though I'll be signaling myself, but before I say if someone else is indicating and telling it to me, then only I'll say that my course is worthwhile. And imagine if you are exiting right at the top and buying at the bottom, then like this growth you'll be experiencing gold and silver, believe me. See, money is going to grow like this, serially upwards, if you know the art of switching the money perfectly at the right time. That is how that compounding growth will come. That is how small capital will become huge. Unbelievable wealth can be getting created. Of course, time is required. You say it should happen in 3 years, 5 years? No. Even 1 lakh may become multi-thousand crores. You give time, with discipline, follow the system. 3 cycles are sufficient. Just 3 cycles. Your 1 lakh may become multi-thousand crores just with 3 cycles, I am saying. Believe me. But to say it's all, your heart will say yes, yes, yes. But when you're into the market, automatically, this is the problem with the emotions and all. Everyone has it, right? So it will be very difficult to control. I don't know how you and me would manage, but let's see. As far as possible, we will follow the system. Warren Buffett did it. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala did it. We should also do it. It's not that they were rich when they invested. They were all poor people. But that conviction, that discipline that they had, that same money they kept on rotating. Today they are super rich. The gold and silver boom starts 1 to 2 years after the maturity or growth phase, while the real estate boom starts 2 to 4 years after the growth phase of smart money and enter into the market. Pessimism phase of booking profit. Okay, the second point which is important for us, which signals that we are at the end of this curve. you will see all the asset classes rising. Gold, silver. I'm not going to mention silver again. Both are, I told you, they're moving tandem, brothers and sisters. Gold, silver, then real estate, then crypto and stock market. Real estate, you may own physical properties, or I'll tell you how you can buy virtual real estate also through REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. But your physical real estate will give you more returns. REIT, it's clear title, there's no chance, 1% chance also of the fraud, but returns will be little moderate. We'll see what all avenues are there for real estate. So you will see all the asset classes rising: gold, real estate, crypto, stock market, etc. So it is time now to shift from equity to gold. So after that we have exited from equity. We are only going to invest in gold, silver, nothing else, guys. Only gold and silver. That's it. 2 years we remain there. Market collapsing, gold, silver rising. The graphs are totally opposite. How the market falls, that much the gold and silver rises. Even after 2 years of market crash, we still don't go into the market, we go into real estate. We spend 2 years there. Then after 4 years, we get back to into market where we'll be in the middle of pessimism phase by entering through FMCG, then pharma, then slowly getting into IT, telecom, like that. Metaverse, such kind of business, virtual businesses. Hope you are noting down all this point. This book should be there with you forever. Every quarter, just keep reading it. Once in 3 months, keep reading it and know yourself at what stage you are. Not only that, tomorrow's class is going to be very interesting. Where that class is going to tell you, tomorrow's session, maybe today we'll just begin with it. That session is very important because it is going to tell you where exactly you are in the graph. Right now, this is only a picture that you are able to see of market cycle. But are we here? Are we here? Are we here? Or have we reached here? Or are we here? Exactly, you'll get to know how much percentage we are away from the top. So that will improve your timing better. Further, it will improve. First of all, I've given you one signal that whenever you see market rising, 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 then that rising inclination increases, the degree of rise increases. That is one signal. Alright, so this one point has to be printed in your mind. Second point, I told you what? Gold, silver rising, real estate rising, market is also rising. That will be there only for 6 months. Boom is there in gold, silver, boom is there in real estate, boom is there in market. Second signal, which is telling that market is about to make a top. And the last few slides on this is going to be very, very interesting for us, which will pinpoint and tell us where we are. So there we are going to rate it out of 100. If the figure comes beyond 80, we have to exit from the market. That's it. Everywhere we are getting a signal. Inclination, asset classes boom, and the exercise sheet which I'll be giving it to you. If all the three are signaling there, then what are you waiting for? There's no way, no chance that you should listen to your heart when all the three signals are saying yes to exit. This is where the test comes. There is a phase where you will see all the asset classes booming like equity, inflation, and gold, silver, fixed deposit rates, interest rate, and your real estate, everything rises. That short phase where everything rises is a signal that top is being made. This a okay. Liquidity is oxygen for the market. During the phase of euphoria, most of the investors are already fully invested and in fact even borrowed money to invest. After a drastic fall, they do not have money to support the falls, hence comes the crash. When the market starts to crash, the precious metals. See, here market is crashing. Why market crashes? Someone has written it beautifully in a book. A lot of people believe that market crashes because of immense selling pressure. That's how they say market crashes because of immense selling pressure. In real estate also we say that real estate price falls down because of immense selling. But that guy, I don't remember the author name, but the book was really good. There's a book called as Rich Dad Poor Dad. Try to read that book also, very good book. It will tell you how a rich person has multiple sources of income, how he knows about the assets and liability well. So how he knows that luxury is actually a liability. So that's a good book. It's not relevant to stock market but relevant to savings. How you should be saving your money, where you should be parking your money, how you should make your money work. That is what it emphasizes on. Anyway, so here what I was saying, okay, liquidity. So there is a crash in the market, there is a crash in Bitcoin, there is a crash in real estate, not because of selling pressure. It is because of lack of buying. See, if there is 100 quantity selling for any stock, there should be 100 quantity buying also. Then only the price will be stable, right? If there is 100 quantity selling of the stock and if there is no buyer, then automatically he has to reduce the price now because he's not able to find the buyer. That leads to fall. So fall is not because of selling pressure, fall is because of lack of buying pressure. So people have already taken loan from the market to invest because of the excitement phase which was going on. So those people, like I was one such person that time in the previous boom. So what happens? We have the pressure to pay the loan. If market is falling by 20%, we have to withdraw at any cost. So whatever may be the buyer, if for 100 sellers, if 10 buyers are there at that 10 buyers price, whatever price they are demanding, I think becho. That is how the signal comes. That is how the pressure will be. Sell to him whatever the price is saying. Sell to him and pay your debt. That will create immense selling pressure. So it is lack of buying which triggers this selling. That lack of buying has to come because there has been extreme buying already factored in. Whoever had to enter has entered on. There is no one to enter. That is what is called a saturation. When market starts to crash, the precious metals, gold and silver give about 30-40% return in just 6 months because of liquidity shift. Banks with high exposure in SLR to gold gives good returns. SLR is 25% of the bank liquidity parked in various assets. For instance, Union Bank after crash in 2008 climbed from 20 rupees to 100 rupees even after crash because of windfall gains from gold as its entire SLR was in gold. Very important. See, this is why how fundamental analysis will help you. In the year 2008 when market crashed, everything was falling, only Union Bank share price was rising. Everybody was wondering, SBI is falling, PNB is falling, HDFC is falling, ICICI is falling, all the banks are falling, everything is falling from the top, even FMCG, Pharma, everything. Only Union Bank was making highs and highs and everybody was surprising. Average experienced people started shorting it. There's something called as shorting in market. Shorting means to gain from the fall. We are going to learn that in derivatives. Very interesting topic. You feel that something would fall. That's what we are going to see. When the market is crashing, people lose money, right? If they are remaining invested, we would exit, we would save money. But can we make money out of crash? That's a big question. If market is crashing, can we make money? Yes, we can. That is what is derivatives. In derivatives, even though we do not have it, let's say that I feel that Nifty may fall from 35,000 to 10,000. Let's say this is my view for the market after 5 years. If I do not have Nifty, I cannot sell. Na? But in derivatives, you can sell. I can sell Nifty at 35,000. Even though I don't have, in my account it will show as minus 100. Let's say I've sold 100 lots, minus 100 Nifty. And when the price falls to 10,000, that time I will buy. Then this minus 100 will become 0. And whatever is the difference, that will be my profit. 25,000 rupees profit per lot. This also can be done. This is called as shorting. This is only allowed in derivatives. Amazing topic. Real gambling happens in shorting. Very, very interesting and very, very mind blowing topic. And a lot of good people have made money in shorting more than in long. 90% retailers don't do this. I love to do this. But with proper hedging, this 35,000 may become 70,000. Then what will you do? It will be a huge loss. Rather than making 25,000 profit, you would have made 35,000 loss. So we will do with the hedging where our loss would be limited. Loss would be only like say 1,000, but profit would be like 10,000. That games we are going to play. Clear? So this derivatives is going to be interesting. We'll discuss all this there, and I'll tell you what strategy to apply during market crash. Perfect strategy. It is, to say it looks very bad, don't like to say that, but that is how it may happen. People would be crying out of losses in the market, but you would be enjoying it. This is a very sarcastic statement, and it is very much pessimistic statement, very much a sadist statement. But there's someone, if someone is gaining, others, someone is losing. If you are gaining someone else's money. This is the bad part of the market, but we can't help it. If you don't do it, others will do it. So in the fall, if you are making money, you would be enjoying yourself. But someone is losing his house. Someone is losing his jewelry. Someone is losing his life. I've seen a lot of people committing suicide. People who have sat besides me in the trading terminal, I've seen them committing suicide. But that's the hard nature of the market. Hard truth, we can't do anything about it. If one has to lose, someone is gaining. So whatever the money that you're gaining from the market, let's say for an example, I have bought TRIL at 55. Today the price is at 65. Someone may have either shorted it or someone may have sold it early. So that 10 rupees what I've gained is I've gained someone else's money. I am happy, but someone is sad for me. Because of me, someone is sad. But if I don't do it, someone else would buy. So that's why it's called as an exchange. It is an exchange between one to other. So if you want to be in that 10% people, then you'll have to follow that. The fact will remain and it will remain forever. 90% people will lose money to 10% smart people, intelligent people, and people who are well experienced and who are already rich and high net worth. This fact will remain forever. There's nothing that you and me can do about it. That's why 90% people are not there in the market. So I don't like to do such kind of shorting and all that, but then someone else is doing if we don't do it. So making money from fall is like double advantage. You are already saving your capital plus you are growing your capital. And then you'll be buying at a lower level. That will have a double force of compounding. Double impact on compounding. Your money gets created like anything. But then we got to accept this hard truth and then just go ahead. Okay, now here, the Union Bank. The price was rising from 20 rupees. People expected the price will fall down to 10. If PNB is falling by 50%, SBI falling by 60%, who the hell is this promoter who can raise the price? After all, it's a government company. I've seen very good investors, even 1 crore, 2 crore net worth at that time. They were shorting Union Bank out in every rise. 20 rupees they shorted, 25 rupees they shorted, 30 rupees they shorted, 40 rupees they are shorting. Price is just moving higher. How much they are shorting, that much the price is moving higher. Shorting is not an easy game, it's a very dangerous game, let me tell you. So do it with hedging. Because to fall, ground is the limit. A stock can become zero, it cannot become negative. But on rise, it is sky. 20 rupees can become 200, it can become 2000. You'll be totally blown off. I've seen a lot of people, again, losing their entire capital in shorting also. If they do without hedging, never ever do shorting without hedging. Important point, note it down. Hedging means insurance. And what is short, that we'll get to learn in derivatives. For now, you can only remember short means making money in fall. Sell first, buy later. That can be done. Even though you do not have holdings, still you can sell. It will show as minus in your account. So this Union Bank price was continuously rising. Even I was not knowing it why the price rising. I was totally out of the market by then, totally came under depression. But only hearing this news that Union Bank price became 5 times, market fell down 60%. But in the books that I was reading, I told you that I only continue to read books, books, books. Such kind of story happened even in America. There was a fundamental reason why the price was rising. Was not any kind of operator game. It was a fundamental game. So that is why I told you, any company you are buying, its study is important. I told you to buy transformer and rectifier giving two reasons. What is the reason? Reason one, high power transformers, above 700 kVA transformers. This is the only company in India. So I love monopoly business. Monopoly business have got the pricing power. I explained you Domino's Pizza business, Symphony coolers, like that. So one is it is a monopoly in its segment. Second, crisis in Ukraine. The market leader in high energy transformers is Ukraine. It supplies to the world. If Ukraine is under crisis, this company has to gain. So that's a fundamental reason. That's why I told you 1 2 years. Maybe the war will settle. The moment the war settles, exit from this stock. Important point. Again, I'm repeating. The moment the war gets stabilized in Russia and Ukraine, it doesn't look like it's going to happen in a year or so. But in case it happens early, time to book profit in Transformer Rectifier, TRIL. So it's only a news play there. It's a good company even otherwise, but that euphoric rise is what we can experience because of this bad news coming from Ukraine, Russia. So here the price of Union Bank rose because you have to understand the banking system of India for this. According to the banking system of India, the RBI rule says that even whether you want to start a bank or not, 25% of the deposits. Let's say I have started a bank and 10 people have done a fixed deposit of 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. So altogether 10 lakh my bank has got. So RBI says that in that 10 lakh, 7.5 lakh I have to use to give loans to other companies. Then only I'll make that difference in the percentage. I am borrowing from RBI at 6% and giving to you for 9% loan. So 3% is my margin. 75% money should be given like that. 25% money I can invest wherever I want. That means I can invest 25% in gold, I can invest in silver, I can invest in debt funds, mutual funds, I can invest in real estate also. Then I can invest that 25% in insurance companies, like that. So many options are there for me. So majority, 99% of the banks, what they will do, 5% gold, 5% real estate, 5% mutual fund, 5% debt funds, 5% fixed deposit. Like that they balance it everywhere. 5% diamonds. You can invest in virtual diamonds also. Okay, so there's some index name for diamond, keratin or something like that. I'll let you know what it is. So all the banks they diversify that 25%. But Union Bank was the only bank, even today I think, I'm not sure about today, but that was the only bank at least that time where entire 25% he invested only in gold. Only in gold. So imagine the company had 10,000 crore deposit and 2500 crore he put into gold and gold price became double. So 2500 crore profit he got, even though his core business did not do very well, NPS rose everywhere, but this 2500 crore was like a jackpot windfall gain for him. That is why the price of Union Bank was rising. So don't short just like that. Huh? Know the reason why we have to short, why the price is likely to fall. This is very important. First of all, shorting game is big players game. If you do not understand, don't want to take risk, don't know hedging, don't do it. But at least have knowledge. Don't do for your lifelong also. I do it because I've been into it. The hedging and all. I know little bit of adjustments. But those who are not, because this is very complex system. In derivatives, you'll realize it is not an easy job. The most difficult part of the training is the derivatives. Because at least I must have taken some more than 100 batches of stock market. In every batch, I got this complaint. Students have complaints our derivatives topic is not clear, derivatives is not clear, F&O hedging is not clear. I took myself a lot of time to learn, honestly speaking. Here it is some little complex math system. So maybe this complaint you would also have it. The only solution to it is continuously watch the videos. I'm recording the sessions. Watch the video, listen the class again in the next batch. Practice it. This is like maths where only practice will give you perfection. So we'll discuss more about it when the topic comes. But for now, derivatives is little difficult. So keep this in mind. We are going to cover everything about derivatives, A to Z. I will go in slow and steady way. Yet there may be doubts. It's only again and again if you practice, you will become familiar with it. Okay, now this breaking of the cycle into 8 parts, I told you: old economy, new economy, old economy, new economy. So there is a here. Okay. On the monthly chart of Sensex, we have 8 years of bull market followed by consolidation and fear. In the bull phase, old economy stocks, natural resources, roti, kapda, makan stocks like metals, infra, cement, power, oil are expected to do well. While in bear or consolidation phase, the new age economy stocks like IT, pharma, media, telecom are expected to do well. The bull cycle seems to have started in the year 2016 and is likely to end by 2023-24, seeing a Sensex nearly at 1 lakh. Sensex is trading right now at 55,000, but I told you we will review in 2024. If you have reached Nifty at 35,000, then maybe we'll start exiting if all the data points matches. But because we had got a COVID, maybe this can get little extended. 2 years was lackluster. So 2 years, if I add up here, it may be 2025-26 also. So we are still not sure. We will review it in 2024. For sure, till 2024, need not worry. Then in 2024, we'll see whether we have to wait for more time or not. Cycle is 10 years, 3 cycle means 30 years or 15 years, any definition. See, this is cycle of a cycle. I've told you the stock market cycle is 15 to 25 years, right? Then there is 8-year cycle. In this 15 to 25 years, half of the time, not half of the time, 80% of the time the market is in rising mode. So let's say 16 years market is in rising mode. In the 16 years, 8 years old economy stocks rises. Firstly, new economy. See here, I'll give you an example. Take an example of Metaverse. This is not only specific to India, it is specific to the world. See, these are like 8 years. Can you see here? 8 years mean don't count exactly date to data. It is all a grayscale. So we have experienced approximately 8 years of phenomenal growth. Next 8 years are going to be lackluster. Okay. The next again 8 years it will be like this, then it will be lackluster, then like this, then lackluster. So like this 8-year cycle you'll be able to find for old economy, new economy stocks globally, not just in India. So 16 years market is in rising mode. In that 8 years belongs to new economy stocks. Next 8 years. So we are here. We are in the next 8 years right now. So we should only be having old economy stocks like mining, metals, gold, silver, banks, real estate. We should not be having IT. We should not be having telecom. We shouldn't be having metaverse kind of business. We shouldn't be having any virtual business like say Uber, Meta and all that. The perfect time to enter is post market crash. I don't say that they will not rise. They may rise, but not as much as the index is rising. Having fallen already 70%, they may rise even 30%, but still they'll be down 50% from the top. But 30% may be good return in dollar terms compared to America. So those who are planning to invest, maybe in March you may get further 10% discount. You'll be able to even double your money. From the price is already fallen from 350. Maybe it will come down to 80 also. 370 was the price. It may come down to even 80. 80 may become 160, but 160 is still half compared to 376. But because you have entered at a so much discounted price, maybe you'll be still able to double your money. But if you think from 8 years perspective, at that double you should exit. Don't remain invested. From next 8 years perspective, it is better to exit because like this it may go again, it will come down. Then like this it will grow. When? After this 8 years old economy cycle ends. We are already 2 3 years past here. Old economy stocks are already doing well in the last 2 3 4 years. So we are in the middle of this old economy cycle. That's why I tell you, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years. The three phases are over. We are in the last phase. Sorry, two phases are over. The euphoria stage is already for only just 1 2 years. So in this cycle, 60% cycle, 70% cycle is already over. We are in the last 30%, and there these stocks just give amazing returns. Okay, that's all, guys. It's time. It's going to be 9. So any doubts, questions you have got, you can use the chat window or the audio control. Hope you are enjoying the session. In case it looks boring, do intimate me. I'll change my strategy of teaching.